1975 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. As you can see, it's finished in a bluey silver with a black Everflex roof. We'll go around and we'll start by having a look at the bodywork. If we look down this side, you will see it's nice and straight. You've got a little bit of a, in fact that's polish marks, so ignore that. So bumper corner and everything all nice and clean, as is the reflector and everything on the side. The arch itself is lovely and solid all the way around, all the way down the bottom where quite often you might find a little bit of bubbling, but nothing there. It's got 4 good wheels and tyres and 4 good matching hubcaps. It's getting quite hard to find those things now. They're on the wall of everybody's garage these days, I think. The chrome trim line all the way down is nice and straight, nice and shiny. This whole front wing is nice and clean. Look down the driver's side sill. Jacking point cap and everything's all in place, which is always nice to see. Panel gap on the door is good all the way up. We do have a little bit of potentially what looks like a bit of thick paint or something there. See if you get the camera on it. We'll get quite close to notice it though. And we've got a little bit of polish on the door shut there. There's a nice clean door shut, but it does have some polish stuck in there. Tiny little bit of extra bubbling or paint or something there under the quarter light, as you can see. Chrome work going down the side of the car is all nice and shiny. It's all good. I think the glass on this mirror could do being replaced because it is sort of milked over, but the actual housing and everything is good. Chrome work around the window is nice. The Everflex roof at the bottom where it starts is fine, but as we go up, you will notice it's sort of pulled tight over the gutter there. It kind of does the same thing as it goes along towards the back. So that does want sorting out. But if we look at the whole roof itself, you'll see nice and straight. It's not covered in ripples or dents or anything like that. And as we come down this pillar, when we get to the bottom, there is a little bit of scabbard under the bottom of the sort of trim line. It's rear driver's door. It's all nice and tidy. Nothing at all to complain about there. Moving back onto this rear arch. Again, the arch itself, it's nice and solid. We've got a very small chip just here. Keep coming further back and we've got another little chip just above the filler cap. So the filler cap's here, just above there. You've got a tiny little bubble just appearing in the corner of the filler cap as well. Lower valance as you go off the wheel arch. Apart from a little bit of mud there. It's all nice and tidy. As we come up this side again, all nice and straight along there. The bottom of the windscreen, or rear screen, is nice, as you can see. Going all the way along. Big expanse of metal on the boot, but it is nice and straight, as we can see if we get it nice and close. We do film these things in 4K, so we can point out anything that we notice is wrong. Obviously, you can see that's nice and straight. If we look at the whole back of the car, bumper sits nice and straight. You've got your twin rear fogs. All the rear lenses are nice and clean, nice and bright. There's no sign of any fading or anything in there. There's no trapped moisture or anything like that. Both stamped Lucas as well, so fair assumption that they're the correct original ones. Lower valance on this rear end is really nice again, going all the way around. Bumper is good, but it does have a little mark just here and a little mark just here, which you can see there on the passenger side. And looking down this side, all straight along there. The bottom of the roof on this side, there's nothing to worry about there, so it's not like the other side, but again it has pulled tight in that gutter again all the way along. So you can see there's a little bit of flex there, which is where it's pulled tight and shrunk over the years. Around that screen, that's all good. The rear screen itself is nice and clear. Another good wheel and tyre. I say 4 good wheels and tyres with 4 matching hubcaps on these. Panel gaps on this side again, they're all good. This rear arch, lovely and solid all the way around. And this sill, we'll go all the way up the sill. On the passenger side again, the jacking point covers there. All nice and tidy. That chrome trim line on there is all good too. Same with the chrome going all the way along here. Got a little bit of pitting in the handles in the same spot where that water pools up, but not enough to really ruin it. So it's a nice clean arch, rear passenger door, nice and tidy. There's no marks on the edges of the door, so it's obviously been careful where people have been swinging doors open and things. Going along that rear, front passenger door again, nice and straight, nice and tidy. Tops of the doors are good. Coming along onto this front wing. Bottom of the windscreen, you've got a very, very small, you might just see it, crack in the paint just there. Tiny, tiny little thing. Like a hairline crack, if you like. It's not actually broken the paint, it's just stopped. As you come along there, all nice and tidy, nice and clean. Got a little bit of bubbling in the Everflex underneath there. Front windscreen all nice and clear. This front passenger wing, all good. And again, another nice, clean, straight, solid arch. So we move around onto the front. Obviously the most important bit. Spirit of Ecstasy appears to be original. Can be quite hard to tell, but that does look to be the correct one. Right size, right shape, all that sort of stuff. And it has the right mechanism. Quite often the fake ones or the reproduction ones don't have that. The seam on the grille is nice and straight. You do get the odd one where they start to split, whereas that looks good. No ripples or anything in there. And all of the vanes are nice and straight. Both chrome headlight surrounds are nice and tidy. It does have the Lucas driving lamps as well. There is a small crack in the paint just behind this one if we're going to be really picky. Can't really see it from where you're looking, but if you get the camera right behind, you see it's just there. Lower valance on the front, all nice and tidy, nice and straight. We do have a little chip just there, sort of under the A of the registration plate, if you like. Quite a nice plate, really. JAZ3356. Nice and straight, nice and tidy plate. Sort of cleans the car up, actually gives it a little bit of character, I would say. Right, we'll have a look at the interior. So light blue metallic exterior, sort of blue silver interior. Door cap on this side. The front, the inlay is nice, but there is a little split here and there is another one here. Used to be a bit of a nightmare, whereas now there's a couple of places in the UK you can get just about all the wood done for less than 500 quid, which is amazing. New veneers a lot and it looks fantastic. It really does transform the car. Driver's seat does have a little split in this section here, a little bit of wear there and another small split here. Obviously a bit of wear on it. The wood on the dashboard suffering from the usual cracking of the lacquer, which you can see as you go along. It doesn't matter whether it's a small bit or a big bit, it gets fixed exactly the same. 91,000 miles on this one. If you check the description, we'll detail what we've got in the way of history and things for it. See the dash top, black leather to match the roof and the knee roll as well. All nice and straight along there, nice and tidy. Back in the rear section, a little bit of a squeaky door. So the door card on the rear is lovely and clean, lovely and straight. The wood on this section is actually quite, in fact, that's really good. That's nice. There's nothing. Oh, got a little bit of a lift to the very, very corner here. But again, if you're going to send them off and get the whole lot done. It all looks much better. Rear bench generally is really nice. Got a little bit of a mark here. Tiny one. But other than that, all nice vanity mirrors and everything. The backs of the seats are good. It does have the footrests there in the boot. I'll show you now. So like I said, we've got the two footrests there here. And we've got the toolkit and the jack. It does have the correct battery cover and the clear topped hard cover as well to go with it. Could do with a good hoover in there, but it's all nice and tidy. Yeah, we'll have a little look under the floor. Actually, that's easier said than done. We've got to pull some sound deadening up. We're going to start ripping that up. Another squeaky door. I'm guessing the rear didn't get used very often on this car because both rear doors are a bit squeaky and the condition generally in the back is much better. This wood, apart from a very small crack here, it is nice. It's the nicer wood. It's the sort of slightly red, cherry-ish coloured wood. Back of the seat is all nice and tidy. Carpets are really good, lovely and clean in there. There's no funny smells. There's no sign of any moisture or any damp or anything like that. Rear bench on this side, virtually no sign of anywhere. A little bit of a mark here on the armrest, which is from when it's closed. They do tend to stick on that side. And then front passenger side, got a little chip in the corner of the wood there and another split here. Like I say, if you're going to send them off, you send the whole lot off in one go, get it all done in one go, get it all nice and tidy, nice and matching. And this seat, lovely and clean, lovely and tidy. Like I say, the wood on the dash is peeling. Same for the lower section. It does have the lacquer cleaning off. Original stereo in there by the looks of things. But like I say, the knee roll and the dash top are good. Go around and pull the bonnet. So obviously 675 V8, as you know. Strut tops are flaking off, but there's no sign of any corrosion or anything on the inside here. It's been parked up in the same spot before I moved it to do the video. No sign of any fluid dropping out the bottom or anything like that. I would suggest to presume it does need a battery because it has needed jump started once. The rest of the time it's been fine, but it has needed jump started once. So presume it needs a battery. If it doesn't, happy days. I would tend to use it for a couple of days and see if the battery floats up, but if it doesn't, you were warned. There you go. So it could do with a good clean in here, but by the looks of things it's had new plugs and things at some point recently. Okay, we'll get it started up. There you go, fires up straight away. No warning lights, nothing at all kicking off in that. One of the guys has had it down the road, probably does drive quite well. Obviously we haven't took it on a huge test run, seen the price of fuel at the minute, but we have took it around the block. It goes through the gears and everything, quite happy, stops nice and straight. If you've got any specific inquiries, please let us know. If you want to come and have a look at the car in person, obviously you can come and do that, or we can do a video call if you can't get to us, or if you want any more specific pictures, or you want any more specific videos, or you've just got any inquiries, please let us know. Obviously check the description and we will detail what we've got in the way of history and what else we know about the car. But like I say, anything else, please let us know. We're happy to help. Thank you.